Welcome to our channel, $1 Million Made Easy. This is a channel where we run numbers for people just to show them where they might be in the future. This is a request we got. This individual's 34 years old, he has 28,600 saved. His monthly expenses currently are $6,000 a month. He is saving $300 a month. His projected Social Security is 2070. What he did was he went to Social Security Quick Calculator, typed in his birthday, the amount he's making, and it kicked out how much you'd get at age 67. So those are the numbers that we're using. So again, can he retire comfortably at age 62 given these numbers? Again, that's what we do on this channel. We set up spreadsheets to run numbers for people. And what we do is use for returns are the returns for the S&P 500 for the last 100 years. And we simply project ahead what similar returns might do for you in the future. And that ends up being a wide possible range. So let's go ahead and enter these numbers. Again, he's 34 years old, has 6,000 expenses currently. He has 28,600. He can save $300 a month, and he's going to get 2070 from Social Security at age 67. So we're going to have to back that off to age 62, but we'll go ahead and run the numbers here. So what we do on this channel is run the numbers. This is the actual numbers that would have happened in the last 100 years. And if we had numbers going forward, and we had the worst case scenario in the last 100 years for a 33-year period, which is from age 34 to age 67, that's 33 years. If we had those numbers, look at what he would have. In the worst case scenario, the worst set of returns, he'd have 1.3 million. The second worst, he'd have 1.337 million. I always like to look at maybe what 90% of the time he'd have at least this kind of money, 1.53. 58 million, and the median is 1.8, and the maximum is 4.1 million. This is the wide range. Now, if you have these kind of numbers and you start taking out these kind of numbers right here, what numbers we're talking about? 11,238, which is right here. You start taking that out. This is how long your money would last till age 90 in the worst case scenario. The second worst, 94. The rest of the time, you'll be just fine. So it looks like it's going to be just fine at least 90% of the time. Let's see what 95% of the time would do, just to show you some of the variables. 95% of the time, you're still your money lasts. So again, what we do on this channel is run the numbers. This is a 6,000. He has a current expenses, so we're going to go ahead and inflate that at a 3% inflation rate over the next 33 years. He's going to need 15,914 to have the same buying power as his 6,000. So that's a future expense. What's he going to get from Social Security? Well, this 2070, that also grows. So we're going to use a 2.5% COLA, which is what this year's was. We're going to do that for the next 33 years. So he's going to get 4676. And if he takes it at age 67, he's going to get all of that. So this is what he's going to need from his nest egg. That's how we came up with this right here. So in that case scenario, it looks like he's going to be just fine in every scenario. Even in the worst case scenario, his money lasts until these time frames. But what did he want to know? He wanted to know if he could retire at age 62. Well, let's see how this changes. Let's look at 65 first and see how these numbers. Again, this is worst case scenarios. Age 65. Now the worst case scenario, your money's run out at age 83, 84, and 95% of the time it's running out at age 87. The median says it's going to last the whole time. Again, the median would be over the last 100 years, how many times would your money last? Half the time it would last, at least it would last. But let's go ahead and look at this number right here. Let's change this to 90% of the time. Now it's lasting till age 91, at least 90% of the time in the last 100 years. Again, these are the numbers. Well, let's go ahead and look at age 62. Age 62, now we're running out of money sooner because it hasn't had time to this accumulate. Again, what did we have at age 67? After 33 years, you had 1.3 million in the worst case scenario. But if you take it at age 62, that's 5 years less. Instead of 33 years, now you only got 28 years. And using the worst case scenario numbers, 1955 numbers, you'd have 689,000. Again, this is the range again. And in that case scenario, if you start taking out this 10,835, you'd be out of money at age 71. The second worst, you'd be out of money at age 72. And 90% of the time, your money would last till age 74, but 10% of the time your money be running out at 78, and even the median your money's running out, excuse me, 74, median be running out at age 78. But that's what we can do on this channel, run some numbers for them to see that maybe 62 isn't so realistic, because this is the 90% chance your money would last till age 74. But are you comfortable that your money only lasts until age 64 when you retire at age 62? Watch what happens to these numbers as we change it. What happens if we go to age 63? Now it's lasting until age 79, 90% of the time. Age 64, up to 85. Age 65, now it's lasting. The median's lasting, and 90% of the time it's lasting till at least age 91. But what could we do differently if he did want to retire a little bit earlier? Again, he's putting $300 a month in, but he's not increasing that at all. What if we just increase that by 3% a year? Right now he's going to put in 140,000. In the worst case scenario, this is age 65, he's going to have 1.36 million, and his money would run out at age 83, taking out this from the nest egg. But what if we increase this by 3% a year? Watch how these numbers change. Now it's lasting until 93 in the worst case scenario, 98 in the second worst, and 90% of the time you do not run out of money. In fact, if I probably change this to 95, it'd still be 90% of 95% of the time your money still lasts. What? Making that one little change to increasing that $300 a month by 3% a year. Let me show you where it starts out from the very beginning. $300, 309, 318. You're putting in more money over the next 31 years in this case. You're putting in 208,000. But look at the worst case scenario of 1.22 million using 1992 numbers. And when you start withdrawing this 11,142, your money lasts till age 93. Again, these are the two worst case scenarios. So you can feel pretty comfortable with this scenario if he's just willing to increase that savings from $300 by 3% a year, 309. He'd be putting in more money, but look how that money would snowball. And so he could retire at age 65. Let's go to 64, see how the numbers change. Now 64, you're 95% of the time your money's lasting until age 91. Let's do 90% of the time. Lasting until age 95, 90% of the time, the median, of course, lasts. So he looks like he can go out at age 64 if he just makes that simple change to increase that by 3% here. Let's go to 63. Now your money's rounding out at age 86, and 62 is still probably out of the question with your money lasting till age 80. 10% of the time will be 80 or less. Let's see if we can increase $350 a month. This just shows you the kind of stuff we can do here. You can save $350 a month and increase it by 3%. Now it's lasting till age 85. How about 400? Age 91 and 98 for the median. Again, this just shows you the kind of things we can run numbers for. Again, what was the question? The question was, can he comfortably retire at age 62 with these numbers? And we saw it's probably not going to be a very good situation with $300 a month. Your money's running out at age 80, 10% of the time. 90% of the time, these would be the numbers. You have at least these amounts. Your money will last at least there. But are you comfortable with possibly running out of money 10% of the time at age 80? But that's what we do on this channel. Just run numbers for people to give them some idea of where they might be in the future. And just give them this idea. Can I retire a little bit earlier? Or do I need to work maybe if we go to age 63, we saw that last till 86, 90% of the time. And 64 looks like it's more comfortable. The money lasting till age 95, 90% of the time. Sure, you have 10% of the time it wouldn't. These would be the worst case scenarios. But folks, that's what we do in this channel. We just love running numbers for people. We just realize we're all on this financial journey together. All of us want to end up with a comfortable retirement, but we especially don't want to work any longer than we need to. So it's very beneficial to see your numbers worked out. So we're running numbers for this 34-year-old, seeing that maybe 62 isn't feasible if he stays at $300 a month, but maybe 63, 64 might be more feasible that he could retire at those times, unless he's willing to increase what he's putting in. And then we can see if we do $400 a month, then your money lasts in every one of these scenarios, even in the worst case scenario. So if he could up it to $400 a month, that'd be age 64. Age 62, you're getting to age 91, 90% of the time. That shows you what we do on this channel. We love doing the numbers for people. Please consider subscribing. Please let people know about this channel. Let them know there's a channel out there that will run numbers for them. This channel is made to help you. I will gladly run your numbers. Just put it in the comment section. Again, please subscribe. Please share this channel with others. Please like the videos, and thanks for watching.